Alright, so this is the fourth and final part of this section of the videos. It should be the last part of your packet as well. So your last division equation will be a dividend of 69. Your divisor is going to be 2, and we're going to be solving for the quotient. Now, before we solve for the quotient, you should always ask yourself, should we be getting a remainder? In this scenario, we will, because 69 is an odd number, and odd numbers never have a factor of 2. So 2 times nothing will give me 69, at least without a remainder anyways. And so the remainder, I'll show you how that plays into checking your answer this time. But when I make my area model this time, I know that I'm going to get a remainder. So I want you to pause this video after I'm done speaking, and I'll pause in my sentence so that you know when to pause. And then once you have finished it, then I want you to play the video again and see how you did. Alright, so hopefully you were successful in this. Your rectangle, you're going to draw it out. The area of 69, which is your dividend, goes on the inside, your divisor on the outside. The 2 represents the width here, the length I don't know. The length is going to be the quotient, and I'm going to use my partial quotients to add together to get my final quotient. And so here, just like how we've been doing it before, I'm going to ask myself, how many groups of 2 can I pull off 69? Well, 69 is the double-digit dividend, so I should try a double-digit quick trick. And so I know that I could pull out 10 groups of 2. That'd be 20, but that's not anywhere close to 69. I want to try and get as close as possible so I don't have to do as much work. Because if I do too low, that means I'm going to have a lot more x's that I have to take care of. And if I can take care of as many x's as possible, it'll be less steps in the long run. So I could do 20 groups of 2, and that would take care of 40. I could do 30 groups of 2 because that's going to take care of 60. But I couldn't do 40 groups of 2 because that's 80, and that's too many. I don't have enough for that. I only have 69 x's, so I could take care of 30 of the x's though, or 30 groups of 2. And so that would take care of 60 x's altogether. Essentially what you're doing is you're basically saying that the area of this right here, of a 30 by 2, is 60, but that doesn't take care of all 69. You're still going to have 9 left. And so that 9, you're going to say, is going to represent the area of this rectangle then. Because if this rectangle represents 60 and this rectangle represents 9, it's still a total area of 69 for the whole thing. And so now I'm going to ask myself the same question I did before. How many groups of 2 can I pull out of 9? And notice how this very last box is your basic facts. Very similar to multiplication. So I know that I can do 1 group of 2 and take care of 2, but that's not anywhere close to 9. I want to try and get as close as possible. So 2 groups of 2 is 4. 3 groups of 2, that's 6. 4 groups of 2, that's 8. 5 groups of 2 would be too high because that would be 10. So the best I can do is 4 groups of 2. And 4 groups of 2 would be an area of 8. And I know that that's actually not going to take care of the whole area here. I still have 1 left over. But what I'm trying to say right now is that this area right here of a 2 by 4 is 8. And so because this right here is actually lower than my divisor, I know that that is my remainder because I can't make a group of 2 out of 1x. So this little box I'm going to put here is going to represent an x that cannot fit in the array. So this array right here really represents 68. Notice it's the 60 plus the 8. But then I also have an additional 1. So 60 plus 8 plus 1 is 69. Which means like this whole entire figure right here has an area of 69. It's kind of like rectilinear figures, right? So like this is an area of 60, this is an area of 8, this is an area of 1. You add up all of these areas together, that's 69. And then my last step here, I just have to add my partial quotients together, 30 plus the 4. And that's equal to 34. But I know that that can't be the answer because 2 times 34, believe it or not, is actually equal to 68. And so I need to also remember, and this is oftentimes a common mistake, to include the remainder. In other words, saying that there are 34 groups of 2, but then I would have a remainder of 1. So if I did 34 groups of 2, that equals 68. And so what you have to do is basically add the 1 to that to get back up to 69 to check it. The reason why you don't multiply the remainder is because he's not actually part of the group. He's not part of the array. He's just kind of an extra. And so we're just going to add him to the array of 34 by 2 to get up to 69.